Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for January 2024. So, let's get right into it. So, starting out, we have the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. So, this looks great on the surface. This is perhaps a partnership you're very invested in. Perhaps it's somebody new that's come into your life. Either way, there's this sense of romanticizing something. And there's also this sense that it's not something... It might be something that you know is in some way not great for you to be indulging in or spending your time on. And a lot of times this can also trigger a lot of realizations about how you act in your relationships, how the give and take dynamic of your relationships is, and what your comfort zone in relationships is, especially if this is not romantic, but this is something familiar. It's something you're accustomed to, but there's this part of you that knows that you need to be moving on to more things, different things now. And so there's part of you that has one foot in the past and part of you that has one foot towards your future. And this, the Lovers and the Knight of Cups, it doesn't make the decision to move forward easy because, you know, this is a very nice vibe. This is something you're comfortable with, something... It could be something romantic, something that really pulls on all of those parts of you that it just finds your weakness when you otherwise have had the strength to continue on, to move on this path, to find your inspiration on your own, because that's largely been a theme for you for the past couple months. It's like this can come in and really pull at all those weak spots where you were building this strength, you were building a momentum to walk on your own, and now this comes through and tugs at your heartstrings. And this can... It's not for no reason. So you know that you have a lot of different options to explore. You know that you're moving into a new phase of your life, and a big part of this new phase is leaving behind that comfort zone. It is leaving behind things that you're accustomed to, relationships that you're accustomed to, and this relationship coming up now is really showing you all of those weak spots. The things that really you need to reflect on before moving forward. If you find that this stirs up a lot of anxiety in you, or it is causing you to hold back, causing you to forget yourself, causing you to stop putting yourself as the priority here, to, you know, veer off your course that you've diligently planned and made for yourself. These are all things that need to be looked at before Pluto moves in to Aquarius. So you're on this brink of this transformation, and then this relationship comes in and causes you to question a lot of what you're doing, and it creates this emotional confusion. So the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, very powerful energy here. So this relationship, like we were saying, it's pointing out the chinks in the armor. It's pointing out all of the things you need to let go of. It's pointing out what your weaknesses are when it comes to other people, when it comes to how you allow yourself to be either spread too thin or overextended. And all of these things need to be addressed, because whether you realize it or not, especially in the moment when you're caught up in something involving romance or involving these heightened emotions, it's harming you. And you might not realize that at first, but it's something that needs to be let go of before you move into this next phase. And creating all this emotional confusion is not helping you. So when you have, and suddenly when you are faced with this, there is, before there was, I know what path I'm on, I know what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to get there, and I'm going to walk this path. And you had the courage to walk that path on your own, to leave your comfort zone. This is something that's been nagging at you for a long time. You had the courage to go off and do something different, and do something perhaps knowing that you wouldn't necessarily be supported by the people close to you, right? So now this relationship starts stirring up all these feelings. It starts making you second guess yourself, and it's showing you all the chinks in the armor. So when you have the option of the comfort zone, or the romantic situation, or to follow your own path and go in the direction that you've been longing to go for a long time. Well, firstly, I need to point out that whatever you think is going on in this relationship that is stirring up nostalgia, stirring up any kind of feelings of limerence or romanticizing a person, you're gonna get left with your bag at the door here, because whatever this relationship is doing, whatever it's stirring up in you, is meant to show you what you need to let go of. It's meant to show you where you have been overextending yourself, where you've been harming yourself for the sake of others in your relationships, and where you've been sacrificing yourself. And, with the Ten of Swords there, either way, you're going to get pushed into this transformation. So it's best to choose you now than to put your plans on hold for whatever is going on in this connection here. And if that person wants to be a part of your life after the fact, that's to be determined. But right now, there's a lot of transformation taking place where you really need to choose yourself. So that Seven of Cups, it's like when your emotions get stirred like this, and then all of a sudden you have all these options in front of you, and it feels overwhelming. And then it's like, what do I choose? Because I thought I was going in this direction, but now this person's here, and I'm romanticizing this. I'm thinking about what this could be, and blah, 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 blah. But the only real option is to choose yourself, because all of these roads always lead you back to the Ten of Swords and the Death card. If you choose yourself and you put yourself, you can turn this Ten of Swords from something that is devastating in the transformation, or you can look at this for what it is, see the chinks in the armor, see what needs to be changed, see where you have been diminishing yourself, and move through the transformation of your own accord by your own inspiration, and continue on this path that you want to continue on. But if either way, the Ten of Swords and the Death card are there. So no matter what route you choose to take, it's going to end up pushing you through that transformation one way or another. So, Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The best option right now is to get back on that horse. Get back on the path of inspiration. And if this person wants to come with you, if this person is somebody that is meant to come with you on the other side of this transformation, you will know when the time is there. But you should not be sacrificing your plans for the sake of this person. So I'm looking at this Knight of Wands and Queen of Wands as you moving, you getting back on that horse, going back on your path, choosing yourself. Because no matter how romanticized the past is, no matter how romanticized this connection is, or no matter how much they try to convince you that this is where you should be, this is where you should stay, or this is where you should be, you know that you've been longing for something more, and as scary as it is, you need to take that leap for yourself, no matter what somebody else tries to convince you, because really ultimately people don't want you to change because it upsets their status quo, right? And then it compels them to reflect on what they could be doing or what they haven't done. And especially if you're somebody who's been giving a lot to the people in your life, the people closest to you, and now you're deciding to pull your energy back and putting it towards yourself, this can really switch up the dynamic, and people don't like that. So the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, I really see this as, if you can make that choice to choose yourself, choose this inspiration, choose to walk this road, and then you can quite quickly get back into a space where you call the shots, you set the boundaries, you're driven, you know what you want, and people that want to come to you, they can come to you and you can work together. But you're not overextending yourself. You're not holding back on your dreams and your passions for anyone else here. This change has been long overdue, and the longer that you wait to make that decision, the more restless and frustrating it will be. So this is all about choosing yourself to leave the past, to leave your comfort zone, to leave any romanticization of what a relationship could be, or what the past was, or anything like that, and choosing yourself and choosing to allow things to balance out on their own. That's another thing here. You can't control what other people are going to do. And this is a huge part of this transformation as well, is, as you move on this path and choose yourself and really get into that Queen of Wands energy, you can't control people or convince people to do anything or heal or grow or anything like that, and you're only going to be pulling yourself down by doing that. So you have to embody this Queen of Wands energy, choose yourself, walk on this path, and allow yourself to attract the people that are meant to, allow things to balance out. You can't really force healing. You can't force somebody to come with you. And all that is overextending yourself. It's all diminishing your power. So this is about rebalancing these energies and getting back to yourself. And choosing yourself and walking away from what's comfortable now. And in the next cycle of your life, as harsh as it might feel to have to give up this romantic interest, to have to walk away from something when that person's making it sound so good, or, there's the projection of limerence, the projection of nostalgia. All of this is to teach you where these weaknesses are and on the other side of this Pluto transit, on the other side of this transformation, there will be a new cycle in your love life, in your partnerships. And this is why these weaknesses need to be shown to you now, so you can build something that is a worthy foundation, is a worthy home life, is all of these things. So you're not caught in this situation again. You have this balance of yourself and another person, this interdependence. You have this balance, and you have supportive relationships in your home, and you have, this flourishing creativity and things like this. So this is not all for nothing. This is to show you where the weaknesses are, so that moving into the next cycle, you can build a proper foundation without the overextending yourself, and really begin the process of this creative transformation that is going to change the way you work, change your career goals, and change your life in so many different ways. All right, that's what I have for you guys. If you would like a personal reading, I would link it down below, and I will see you next time.